What's up, everybody? If you're bored of the HRM, you don't really like the new BP50 aftermarket part, there is an SMG that is a little higher skill, definitely not meta, but definitely competes with the meta weapons, especially in time to kill. It's a little bit slower to move around with, it's a little bit slower to reload, but it certainly can compete if you can hit your shots, especially headshots. And that's going to be the Modern Warfare 2 Lachmann Shroud. There's not a lot of Modern Warfare 2 guns that are very good, especially in the SMG in the up-close category. But the Lachmann Shroud has been good since it was added to Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone way back in like Season 4, I think it was, of Modern Warfare 2. And they've never really nerfed it. It's always been super competitive and can compete with all the meta guns, but people don't like it because it's burst. And burst always makes things more difficult, but I promise you, if you are a higher skilled player, or you're just bored and want to try something different, the Lachmann Shroud is definitely worth giving a chance. Its TTK is right there with the HRM until its drop off, and then, of course, it's an SMG. Probably switching to AR anyways, but it's something that's definitely competitive. As usual, we're going to jump into the loadout, and then we'll go over to true game data for the people that care about the stats. But before I do that, I just want to mention that my Twitch, my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter are all linked down below. I'm live pretty much every night, and actually a lot of mornings as well, playing either Apex or Warzone. TikTok, Instagram, if you like my long-form content, short-form content that mirrors that is on there, as well as some clips occasionally. Check all that out if you want, but without further ado, let's go to the loadout. Okay, so we have the Lachmann Shroud here. I mentioned one of the big problems is the ADS and the movement speed, so we start to counter that with the LM Stockless mod. Give you a big boost in aim down sight, sprint to fire speed, and movement speed, plus it helps with hip recoil control somehow. But the negatives of that are recoil control problems. And so we're going to counteract that with the Lachmann 10 grip, as well as the FTAC SP10 angled grip, which helps with the horizontal recoil and helps with the aiming idle sway to help you be more accurate. Then the 50-round drum, of course, and finally the 170mm grapple 6-barrel that gives you undetectable radar, but so do both barrels, and no barrel in the Lachmann Shroud. Gives you bullet velocity and range, recoil control, and gun kick control. And because it's a burst weapon, gun kick control is especially important. And this is the loadout that's worked best for me. We can go to the firing range, and I'll show you. There's just not a whole lot of loadout. It's a 50-round drum. I won't control it at all. That's the whole drum. That's the size of somebody's torso. So it doesn't really move at all. It's skinnier than a torso. It's not any taller than a torso. So it's super duper easy to control. Easy to shoot the dummies in the range. Easy peasy. This thing is definitely worth using if you want to mix it up. Like I said, it's going to be for higher skilled players, or just people that want to try things differently. But if you do hit stomach shots, you miss your shots, you are going to lose to the HRM. Maybe not the BP50, because the BP50 is weak in the stomach shots as well. But definitely give this thing a try if you're looking for something different. If you're just here for the loadout, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. The rest of us, we're going to go to True Game. Okay, so now we're over at True Game Data, and you can see I have my loadouts put in. I have the Lachmann Shroud loadout we just talked about, and the typical HRM loadout. Compensated the Zem 35 flash hider, folding stock, DR6 hand stop, high grain rounds, and 50-round drum. Of course, some people will drop the DR6 hand stop for the thorn barrel, but I think more people run this build. So we're looking here at chest TTK, not factoring ADS time or sprint to fire time. You can see they're pretty much equal, and at 0 meters, actually, if you hit all your shots, the Lachmann Shroud is just slightly faster. We include sprint to fire time, and the Lachmann Shroud now actually is beating it until they cross paths and up into about 11 meters when it drops off. If you include ADS time, though, the Lachmann Shroud's really getting beat. So, you know, it's kind of a give or take. If you're really aggressive, sprint to fire matters more than ADS time, especially because you might be hip firing, which is helped by that stockless mod. If you go to headshots now, even no sprint to fire time where things are a little bit closer, you see that the Lachmann Shroud beats out the HRM until its drop off. ADS time does the same thing again. Where it really gets screwed is at stomach. It gets destroyed by the HRM. That's what the HRM is so strong at, that has kept it meta, is its stomach shots are stronger typically than other weapons. But you look at the chest shots and it's pretty much the same. So like I said, it competes. It's a little harder to use. But if you're just looking to mix things up, you're bored of the same old meta, I definitely recommend giving the Lachmann Shroud a try. With that all being said, like I said, I'll have all my socials and my Twitch linked down below. True Game Data will also be linked down below if you want to do some comparisons for yourself. But I will see you on Urzikstan and Rebirth Island. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.